Mark, the LA County Coroner's Office is investigating the mysterious death of 27-year-old Alexander Jentzsch. He was found dead inside a Sylmar home July 3rd, but why still remains a mystery.
What happened when you found out that your son Alexander's body was lying at the morgue?
I can't tell you what it feels like as a mom to know that the dead body of your son is lying on one shelf with dead bodies above and dead bodies below and just a toe tag waiting for autopsy. I sent a letter to Alexander Jentzsch's in-laws in a suburb of Los Angeles called Sylmar, asking for my son's body.
And how did they respond?
Well, first of all, they're deep Kool-Aid drinkers. Jeffrey Evans is the head of CCHR Los Angeles, the little cell of the church that's supposed to take out psychiatry, Citizens Commission on Human Rights.
But documenting psychiatry's inhumane and often lethal practices and defending the rights of its victims is the Citizens Commission on Human Rights.
So here's a guy who's completely in bed with the dark black job division of the church, the antisocial side of the church called Office of Special Affairs. I send a letter with a messenger saying, can I take Alexander's body? And Jeffrey Evans' wife, Maureen Evans, goes hysterical. Tell Karen de la Carriere she can only talk to Office of Special Affairs. Get off my property before I call LAPD. Those were her words to my messenger. She slung me, she wouldn't take the letter.
Can we talk to you guys about Alexander? No one at the in-laws' home would talk to us about Alexander's death.
Later, I found out that Donatella of Office of Special Affairs, Donatella, had been calling them 8 times a day, supervising, managing, how they handle, how they lock it down, how they don't accept media calls, how they don't, she was running the show.
Because at this point, Alexander Jentzsch's death had become international news.
Yes, it went viral.
He was the son of Heber Jentzsch.
Well, he was the son of the president of the Church of Scientology International.
The 27-year-old's mysterious death now being investigated after he was found dead at his in-laws' Sylmar home, but it was hours before anyone called 911. The LA County Coroner's Office says Alexander's in-laws saw the 27-year-old asleep in his bed on Monday, July 2nd, around 9 a.m. 12 hours later, around 9 p.m., he hadn't moved, but no one checked on him. The next morning, his father-in-law did check and found Alexander unresponsive. The father-in-law took a child to school. When he returned home, he finally called 911.
And at the same time, this becomes an LAPD homicide investigation.
Correct. And we found out that the investigation's still open, not closed.
Jeffrey and Maureen Evans, the church had gotten them a criminal defense attorney. Why would the church hire a criminal defense attorney when at this point no charges had been pressed?
That puzzled LAPD. Lawyering up always puzzles LAPD. They got a criminal. They wouldn't pay one dime when he had pneumonia and he was broke and he had no mom. And his dad is in prison at in-base. He had no mom, he had no dad, he was orphaned. He had no money for a doctor. They wouldn't pay one dime for him to see a doctor when he was alive. But the moment he died, they lawyered up. Ooh, they had money for a defense lawyer. So my messenger was kicked off the property with a threat of calling LAPD because I asked to take my son's dead body. I just wanted my son's dead body.
Yes,
then we found out it went to a mortuary for cremation. And I showed up at the mortuary and we called the funeral director. I had friends around me. We begged for me to have one last viewing before cremation.
And what happened?
The church made sure to stick it to me. I was not allowed to see Alexander's dead body for 15 seconds, no matter how much I pleaded. Office of Special Affairs made sure in vengeance to me on behalf of David Miscavige that I did not see my son's dead body before cremation.
That's shocking. So the policy of disconnection continues on even after death.
That's a good way of putting it. Even after death. It is a church of hatred.
I'm angry, real angry.
It's a church of vengeance. It's a church of we'll retaliate.
Take your sign and move elsewhere, because if I have to come over here again, me and you are going to get it on. You understand?
And we'll stab you back. A church of snitching. It's a church of knowledge reporting. It's a church of everyone telling on everyone else to stir up more hatred and vindictiveness on everyone else. Really is a church.
Hey! Trespassing, you're under arrest for trespassing. No, you're under arrest for trespassing. Hey, guys! You're under arrest for trespassing!
That exudes hatred.